back to our channel. As you can see, it's just me alone. Darlena is not with me. I wanted to do this video to show you guys how to get a chiseled high cheekbone. So this is essentially a contouring video. If you are interested in getting the tips and tricks to achieving this contoured look, please keep on watching. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight underneath my eyes. I currently have on foundation, eye makeup, lashes. I did my brows. So I'm gonna start with this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover. And this is the color Golden Natural. You wanna go a little bit lighter than your foundation if you want a really soft highlight. If you want to go a little brighter and just more dramatic, you want to go with maybe 3 shades lighter than your actual skin. So I want to bring my nose a little bit smaller. So I want to get my bridge a little smaller. I'm gonna start with applying underneath the eyes first. And after I do that, I take all the excess and I kind of go here. There's minimal product now left over. So with the minimal product, I want to kind of bring it in here and kind of create that narrow nose or the narrow bridge. Oh my gosh, I'm getting it on my lashes. It's appearing a lot more narrow. The more you bring your highlight in, the more narrow your nose is gonna go. I don't like to overdo it because I want my nose to look like my nose. So I just kind of highlight. I'm mostly highlighting my bridge. I'm not really changing it too much. And then again, with the excess product, I kind of go everywhere. I do a little bit on the chin and then some up here. Now I would advise that if you are gonna highlight and contour, that you look at a chart to see exactly where you should highlight and contour based on your face shape. So it's kind of a standard guideline here. So that's typically the only places I apply my highlight. Sometimes I kind of go here, but just a tad. I don't like to overdo my nose too much. And then after you do that, you're gonna spray with some setting spray. And then I wanna go in with a damp beauty blender. Remember, you need to wet this. And just pat the product into your skin and kind of like, I don't like to drag product, but if the product is has settled, you kind of have to drag it a little bit. So I am kind of dragging it, but I don't like to do that. See, you can kind of see the difference, how it's a lot more subtle. Obviously that line in the nose is still quite harsh. So now when you get to this like harsh line in your nose, you kind of want to like tap it, because if you start dragging it, it's gonna go everywhere. And then with the bridge, I kind of just go in like this with this part of the beauty blender and I just kind of tap it in. And it's kind of gone, but it's really subtle. And then up here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Shade and Light contour palette. It looks like this. So obviously this is for like really pale people, that's for like medium skin, and that's for like darker skin for highlight. And these are your contour options. In any of the light spots, I'm gonna use the yellow one in the middle, and I'm just gonna go in and tap and kind of just, again, go into the bridge of the nose. So, and that's gonna also define it as well. And just keep tapping. I'm gonna do the other side. And sometimes what I like to do as well is I like to take the really light one to like brighten the bridge, so that it looks more snatched. Then I'm gonna take the orange and mix it in with the yellow, and I'm just gonna go like everywhere else and just set the foundation. And you're just gonna tap that into your skin everywhere, because you don't want that to move, and that's what powder does. It just prevents any of the liquid that you've applied or the creams, and it just prevents it from moving. What the heck is that? So to get this chiseled cheekbone, I'm gonna use a warm bronzer and a cool toned bronzer. I'm gonna start off with the warm one, and the warm one that I picked is the Tarte Hotel Heiress bronzer. So what I wanna do is I wanna use a brush like this. So you wanna get a little bit of the product. I like to tap off the excess, and then basically you're gonna find that line between the top of your ear to the bottom, to your lip, basically, right? That's what you want, like that. So instead of going like this, what I like to do, this is my personal technique, and this is with me just toying around with makeup and finding what works for me. You want to bring the product exactly where that line is. If you need a guide, you know, you can just grab anything and just kind of like do that and place it a little bit underneath. Just want to work the product up. You want to work it up. I'm not going to use this. We want to work the product up, and the reason for that is because if you're bringing that product down, it's just gonna be like a big blob of brown on the side of your face, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Oh, this is gonna really define, and you wanna, again, bring it up. Bring it up, and you wanna kind of get it all the way kind of here to here. Okay, bring it up to there. I'm gonna take my Hula Benefit brush. It looks like this. It's been used a lot, as you can see. There it goes, and focus. So you can use any brush that has like a harsh type of edge and is long like this. You can use any. And then I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs. What is this called? This is like the longest name ever. So it's called Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan, and the color is Tantastic, so it's the 104 Tantastic. It looks like this, and I want to swipe a little bit of that, again tap off the excess, and now with the sharp side of it, or the side of it, you make a line. I'm not going like this with the brush, okay? I'm not going like this, I'm going this way, because I don't want anything getting below that line. So I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm gonna chisel that shit out. Okay, and you can kind of see that difference there. And I'm gonna do the other side, and then I will show you the rest of my face once I'm done. And we're done. So now what I want to do is, with all the excess that I have on this brush, I'm not going to reapply that cool tone bronzer. I'm just going to go take, again, the little slight edge here, not here, but here, and I'm just going to go like this to my nose to kind of give it more of a definition again. And I also like to go underneath, and that kind of makes your nose look a little shorter. That's the purpose of that. I'm done with the Marc Jacobs. I'm done with the cool tone because this is where I want the shadows. You can continue with cool tone if you want to shrink your forehead, or if you want to carve out your jawline more, you can definitely go ahead and use more of the cool tone. But personally for me, I like to just warm up my skin. I don't really need to shrink my forehead or anything like that. So basically you can do the same thing. You can just use a cool toned one if your goal is to shrink or define something. I just want to warm up my skin a bit, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go everywhere here on the top. You want more of the product to be distributed near your hairline, and then you want to use the excess to kind of like blend. So I'm gonna get some more, and then you can define your jawline a bit. So I like to go in with a liner. Right now I'm using the MAC Strip Down liner. This is literally a video of like my favorites because this is the stuff that I'm using like all the time. I'm going in with my liner. And I am not going to do a lipstick, I'm just gonna do a gloss. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Venus Lip Gloss. It's kind of like a pearly pink, but it's really translucent, so it doesn't really alter the color of your lips. It kind of just enhances it. Like right now it's just making it shiny, but once it gets blended with the lip liner, it kind of just enhances your lip color, your natural lip color. So I'm just gonna go in with more of a mauvey pink. I'm guessing like that one here. And just tap it and tap your blush. Don't rub it in like this. Just tap it. Lightly tap it. You want everything to look seamless and blended. And actually this palette has some highlighters, so I'm just gonna go in. They have two colors here. This is more of a deeper color. That's more of the lighter one. I think I'm just gonna go with the deeper one because I don't want too bright of a highlight. And I'm gonna go in with my highlighter brush. Love this brush. And just kind of, again, lightly just go like this. I'm barely touching my skin, and I can see that. Hello. That is a glow. Yeah, that's gorgeous. It's so subtle, and that's another thing with chiseling your cheekbones. When you add that highlight, it just automatically makes them look so much higher. And I like to also add to the, I should have done this before I did lipsticks, to be quite honest with you. This part anyways. To the Cupid's bow, and just kind of give like a little bit of a glow there. And then the other part, other side of my face. Now, for the final touch, I like to go in with my finger, and I kind of just like to add a little bit, just a teensy bit on the bridge of my nose, because that's gonna also again highlight the top part of your bridge, and then a little bit on the tip here. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can, because it looks amazing. Now, with that said, if you have a nose with more of a bulbous tip, you don't want to emphasize it. You want to use darker colors to bring that, to make it smaller, less bulbous, okay? This is personal preference. I am giving you guys my tips as a makeup artist and what I would do to my clients. So I want to go in with my baby, my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I'm gonna show this to you just to show you I am not lying. This stuff is the shit. And I'm almost done, and I'm so mad that I'm almost done. I like to go in with this and just set everything, make it look like skin again, because right now I'm looking real caked up, and that's what we want to avoid. Anything will do. The one that I used in the beginning of the video was the Mario Badescu. This is rose water. This is really good stuff, you guys. You can get this on Amazon for 10 bucks each. I usually order like 3 at a time. It's really, really good stuff. Clients love this shit. This stuff is like crack. It's honestly, this is crack too, but this is cheaper crack. I'm sorry if I said crack too much. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any suggestions, if you want to see any other videos. I hope you learned something today. If you did, please let me know. If you tried it out at home and you have any feedback, let me know through the comments, let me know through messaging. I do want this to be a learning experience for people. I would really appreciate it if you guys liked, subscribed, and commented. Besos!